Hey everybody. I created this website as an presentation tool for unpacking standards for the North Carolina Teacher Candidate Standards 1A and 1B. So let's navigate through this page a little bit. Initially, what you see is the vocabulary. One thing I've learned, even as a student and a school employee, that anything in every subject has its own content vocabulary. So it's important that we acclimate ourselves with the terms that are frequently used throughout our teacher education experience. You may realize that several of them you are familiar with. You probably use them when you are uh, completing an activity involving written expression for whatever reason. But there are several that you need to pay close attention to because they are frequently used throughout EdTPA as well. So pay attention to those. I see quite a few that I recognize: assessment, data, culture, collaborate, North Carolina Standard Course of Study, collaborative, implement, develop, improvement. All of those are very relevant terms when talking about um, TPA and uh, North Carolina TCS. Concepts that I extracted from the standards themselves. The first four relate to Standard 1A. Teacher demonstrate leadership by taking responsibility for the progress of all students. It's important that teachers realize, even though kids have special needs that aren't necessarily completely accommodated by the teacher, they are still the first line of instruction. They are the core, and they are responsible for meeting the needs for most, if not all, of the students from the classroom initially. Those that need additional support, that kind of comes thereafter. But teachers are responsible for the progress of all students. And it's important that teachers communicate their vision to students. Students tend to take ownership of their own learning when they are educated about the why and the how. Um, it's important that teachers possess a variety of data sources. We placed a lot of emphasis on the end of grade testing in North Carolina. That's in many cases the sole determinant for many schools when determining whether the promoter retains students. Well, it shouldn't be. Assessments are conducted frequently within the classroom, formatively, more specifically, and those should facilitate those decisions and the discussion around them. Um, the last two require teacher and school personnel to collaborate with one another. It's important for teachers to collaborate with one another. We require our students within the classroom to work in groups. That's collaborative grouping. So what better way to enforce that particular approach within the classroom with our students than to model it throughout our teacher career? So teacher collaboration is important, and you get to participate in the development process of new policies and new rules and new ways of approaches to instruction. Further down, it gives a better description of those concepts. Putting it into practice is what I call it, and I hope you like my visuals. I tried to spice up my little web page. First time doing it, I hope it worked out pretty good. If you're anything like me, you're a visual learner. You like to see things in action. These videos give very, 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 very vivid detail in short clips about teacher leadership. I watched all of them. I think the longest one is about 7 minutes. But I encourage you to watch one of the first three, and one of the last two. Whichever one you pick, I want you to write a reflection on one of the first three and one of the last two. So you either write a reflection on teacher leadership in the classroom, the impact of teacher leadership, the leader as teacher. Those demonstrate 1A. Just write a reflection on one of them and entitle the video you watch within your reflection. Also, watch one of the last two teacher collaborations, Spreading Best Practices School-Wide, or Key Elements for Effective Collaboration. These reference Standard 1B. Write a reflection on any one of them, being certain that you entitle the video that you are reflecting on within your narrative. And that's what you post to the discussion forum. And I look forward to seeing your responses, and hopefully this web page is as useful to you as the information on it was to me. If for some reason you can't navigate through this page, just let me know. This recording, of course, is on our shared Google page. The website is jgrayssed307.simplesite.com, just spelled and typed just as it sounds. Excuse me, my words are tangled. And I hope you enjoyed it.